Today is September 5th. Ionia Cup? Probably still. I don't remember what cup this is. It's been too long. But this is day 3 of whatever cup this is. Following what I believe is a month break of no clash. We're coming up on the trail end of a really long series of world-deciding pro matches. Very interesting to watch our regions. LPL was settled. Well, LPL World Seeds were settled last week. NA Play-in Seeds settled today. EU finals have also been decided for tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of really exciting finales in esports happening in today and tomorrow, but nobody cares about that because Clash is where the real esports are at. Team EZW, the T1 team, going to come in again against whatever the heck the enemy team is. I still can't see Clash teams on spectator mode because why would you be able to? That would just make too much sense. We're going to be a minute and 30 out from getting into game number 1. Team EZW going up against the red team. The lane matchups does look like it's going to be a Hecarim top going because Camille, I'm assuming. Jungle is Zac against Trundle. Annie mid against the Oriana. Bottom lane is going to be Jin Soraka against Senna Braum. Jin Soraka is a slightly awkward pairing here. But I do like if Jin initiates in that lane, Soraka can actually provide a solid amount of lockdown just by having a point-and-click silence. It makes it really oppressive to fight back against in lane. However, their matchup is going to be Braum Senna, which is probably beyond such tricks. Very long-range ADC and a very bulky support. The mid lane matchup is also quite interesting here. It's going to be Oriana going up against Annie. Hyper range control mage against hyper range burst mage. So we're going to be seeing how this match ends up. I will say just at a broad evaluation here, red team has a pretty distinct lack of engagement as the Camille here can get rolling. They do have insane pick potential just between Jin, Camille, Trundle, and Annie. If they ever catch a target out, they can just make very quick work of them. However, it doesn't seem like the type of red team draft that's going to build itself to just dropping a really big Tibbers on the entire enemy team. It doesn't seem like that kind of comp. It just seems more like a comp where Annie is somewhat awkward in this team, I feel. You could benefit from some other mages that can be good for team fighting or for pick. But we'll see how this match goes. We are going to be getting into the loading screen. This game is not far away from beginning. Game 1. Ionia Cup, question mark. Actually, let me just check that real quick before I... Oh wait, I can't check that because this client is amazing. Well, it's the Ionia Cup. Unless I correct myself after this game. Let's get into it. Ignore all of my overlays popping up. That is of no consequence.
Welcome to the Ionia class.
See, the announcer here says it's the Ionia Cup. From your screenshot, it is the Ionia Cup. Excellent. It is the Ionia Cup. The announcer also announced the Ionia Cup. The announcer is sometimes behind. Like I remember when it did, when it was announcing Hex type cups, like 2 cups after the actual Hex type cup. But I'm glad that I did get it right. It is Ionia Cup Day 3. Not like the name really matters. I like it as flavor. Although if you really want to do flavor, then this is where we can meme about small indie company not having the resources. I would love it if aesthetically the Rift looked different depending on what cup it was. I would love for like a Zonzi map when it was, say, Hextech Clash. And I would love it for more of an Ionia theme. Because they had an Ionia theme going for Nexus Blitz in this latest iteration. Obviously, it's a lot of mapping work, and I know a lot of people don't like the eye candy, but I like it. Like if Dota can make a killing selling off map skins, why can't League? Map skins could be a really good addition as a cosmetic and just to freshen things up if it's done well. Like it could definitely be extremely disruptive. I can see a huge argument against it being like, oh, if the map looks different, then I won't do this, I won't do that, blah blah blah. No. If the map doesn't just immediately pop out at you, it just get the color saturation right and change the theme a little bit. It can go a long way in providing a lot of flavor, a lot of cosmetics. Obviously, you know, Rito will never actually devote resources to scripting a lot of different map skins, but I would love for, like, you know, Freya Cup, Winter theme, Ionia Cup, Agents theme, or whatever the heck we call the Ionian theme. Noxus theme, set the map on fire. Like, it's not a difficult thing to conceptualize. It is probably difficult to actually make happen. But you know, a cup can be more than just a name. So much more than just a name. It's so much more than just picking a name out of a hat. Like, what's this cup called? It is shuffle, 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 pull out. Oh, it's Ionia Cup. You know, it could be a lot more than that. Of course, it doesn't really take anything away that it is not that way. It's just a little tangent I had about the flavor. Because when you really get down to brass tacks and you really start thinking about it, the amount of cosmetics options you have in League are pretty limited. Oh, hold that thought, Camille. It might get a kill here. That's a big bash with the club, along with the whatever thing Camille's Q called Precision Protocol, was it? Yeah, Precision Protocol. Along with the true damage from it, as well as the Trundle Club. That's gonna bonk out the Hecarim. He doesn't have a flash. He does have the Ignite Teleport. So he could go back to lane and TP back. With an Ignite Teleport lane, you do want to stay relatively healthy. Healthier than your lane opponent at least, so you can constantly exert lane pressure onto them without a flash. But now Trundle, he's still staying topside along with the Zac. Zac is also jungling topside here. So I'm not sure why directed camera is showing a spot. I wonder what's so exciting about Senna grabbing souls. But I suppose there's an action, back to my previous point. The amount of customizable cosmetics in League, actually pretty small. You have skins for a champion and you have skins for wards. That's basically the extent that you can customize the in-game experience. Oh, Camille whipping her flash, but the stun, not the stun, but the slow will land and the Zac gets blobbed up. Is there going to be a teleport coming in to save the Zac? Doesn't seem like the Zac will be saved. No, there it is. No, the teleport! It went out to a minion! Oh no, are you kidding me? Oh, the Zac will be taken down. That is a wasted teleport coming out from the Hecarim. Oh, that could have gone way better. I saw the TP and I thought that was fine, and then, you know, something seemed off. The wrong thing was standing still. In fact, Hecarim did indeed click his TP onto a minion right beside the blob. And that is gonna be a very dead horse. He will run his way back up top, but now without the teleport, he can't really leave this lane, and that's actually gonna screw him over here. It's very difficult to freeze this against Camille, especially with a cannon in there wreaking havoc. Camille might just be able to get the shove on him if he's really low. Doubling his CS, in fact. Hecarim is just not gonna have a good time in this lane anymore. Senna's Wraith will miss. She is walking forward, the soul being pulled out. Even CS at bottom lane. The jungler did die from blue team, which is unfortunate. It was a very preventable death. It was the misclick of the decade, costing first blood there. And with that first blood, the red team goes out to about a 700-800 gold lead. The rest of the lead mostly being accrued from the top lane CS differential. Zac is going to try to jump up, but the Equinox roots up the Senna, and that is probably going to be the end of that engage. The shadow does get put up, but it's not going to be enough. Bot lane just walks out here from red team, safe and sound for the most part. Zac is gonna wind up and just get out of there. He's still staying bot. Shoving this up, question mark? I guess the Senna has intentions to go back. Well, it's the only explanation for why Zac is staying in lane for that long. No, they're going to try to get the shove out. But they have to shove this fast. Starcall will land onto the Senna. She's being chunked low. Equinox! The slow, the silence, everything is there. She gets rooted up, but now the bullets come down onto the Jhin. He has been concussed, and he is going to be taken down here by the Senna. Senna will pop the heal. The Wraith latching onto a minion will not get the kill, but here comes the Camille teleport. It is being matched from the Orianna, but the Orianna is a little bit too slow to the beat. One more hit secures the concussive stun, but she will not get it here. Teleport match for teleport, but the second one comes in a little bit too late and Senna will be taken down. But not before walking away with her own kill, going back home with a pickaxe. That will get her a pretty good start onto her Monami. Ooh, and the tier as well. That is a very good back coming out from the Senna. The death is regrettable. But with these items, it is no bueno. 44 CS against 36 Senna. Off to a pretty good start in this lane, and Soraka unfortunately was not the savior that her team needed today. What a weird draft too. Soraka into this kind of team where sustained DPS is at a premium for the most part. Jhin doesn't really do that much sustained DPS. It feels weird to be latching a Soraka onto him. As fast as Soraka can heal, she does run into the problem of people die way faster than 2 seconds. So the person she is healing does need some sort of innate protection on top of being spam healed by her in order to actually have a real chance of surviving in late game situations. Which is why Soraka is typically, as an enchanter, being paired with a lot more hyper carries. You know, high DPS carries who can shoot really fast and shoot really hard. Jhin is definitely not the first person that will come to my mind about pairing a Soraka with. It is 8 minutes into the game. And blue team, they have such a healthy way to work with here, but Zaki's winding up, he still wants to go for it. And here comes the slingshot, it's a here, but he will not get the knockup, he has been silenced. That means there is no Q coming out. He needs to try to get this hit onto the Jhin. One more concuss blow will do it, but he can't find it. The Braum will get rooted up, he uses the stand behind me to retreat, and the Wraith will latch up the Trundle, but he is not giving up, he still wants to chase, and they will brute force down the Braum and take him down where he stands. 1-2-3 now is the team score, favoring red team. And Hecarim being heavily outfarmed in this matchup. Down almost 30 CS against the Camille. I've been there. It can be pretty oppressive laning against Camille. We are someone with no burst to return. As someone who is really slow sustain, Camille loves it when you fight people like that. She can just do dents into you. Unless she decides to tower dive for no reason whatsoever, she gets set on fire, and that means she has to back up at the Hecarim. He needs to try to clear some CS. Is he going to do it? No, he will not. Precision Protocol will get that kill from the Camille. She gets that solo kill after the most scuffed tower dive of all time, but it's okay. It's Camille. She can just do that. Unfortunately, Hecarim, he wasn't able to kill the minion wave fast enough, and this is a disaster solo kill. He doesn't have teleport to get back to lane. He's only at 41 CS. His jungler is about to out-farm him. This is a really bad start here for blue team's top lane. Camille is doubling his CS now. That's I mean, that's what happens when you A, don't bring flash, and B, lose the early lane aggression by getting ganked, and C, teleport wrong. Like teleporting just to die and getting nothing out of it. Obviously he didn't die, but the person he was supposed to save died. When you lose one of your 2 summoner spells and your other one isn't flash, laning is a lot harder. Even if you have ignite, you can't really offset the fight. And there's a beautiful shockwave catching out onto the Annie, but here's the Tibbers returning the damage. Zac is bouncing on the little child and they will be killed off. Trundle comes here, bonks the Orianna. The Hecarim pushes the Trundle out of Senna's Dawning Shadow, because why not? And Zac gets blobbed where he stands, and this time there is no teleport to save him. It is just now coming back up. A very unfortunate series of events here coming out from the blue team, as red team, they go 6-2. And they have a pretty good lead built up for them so far. The early game definitely favoring them. Now I did kind of allude to this in Champ Select, but when the Camille gets rolling, the fact that your team lacks hard engage probably doesn't matter, because you have such a solid period of time around the mid game where you can just go in and kill people. That is a very terrifying prospect for champions like Senna, who does struggle with people jumping on top of Senna. It's definitely one of those champions where if anybody that can burst you gets on you and your shell cannot protect you because they're in point blank range, you're kind of screwed. The Wraith takes a trillion years to actually root someone to get you to escape. You can't reasonably kite it out with such a slow wind up on your auto attacks and poor attack speed scaling. It's very hard to kite a Senna, so people get the initiative on you, you're dead. Speaking of initiative, there's a beautiful Glacial Fissure locking them up, but the Senna Wraith will miss, and that means no lockdown going on to the Jin. Soraka does get set on fire, and the Senna gun from long range takes her down, but the Trundle is here, and a beautiful 3-man Tibbers. The Shockwave does get dropped down, but that is a disengaged Shockwave, but the Curtain Call, it is coming down, it is going hard. The re-engage comes out from the Zac. He doesn't have blobs, he will certainly die, unless the Orianna ball will protect him. The Hecarim will get one more swing with his lance or thighs or whatever it is to kill off the Trundle as well as the Andy, and now the Jin is the last survivor, but during his entire absence he needs to kill the Orianna. He won't get it. Zac doing the hero play, jumping back in to save him, but during their entire absence Camille gets free reign top, and that's probably first tower, like very soon. That is going to be first tower. Direct the camera, show me the light, show me the way. They are doing Dragon with a combined 600 health. With a Soraka looking down at them, this could go very quickly. The rest of the reinforcements might be barreling down. Camille will get the first turret. She does have the teleport. She is going to respond. Will she be here in time? She greeted an overstate for the tower, and that means blue team will actually secure this dragon against all odds. Camille gets locked up, but that is the extent of the damage. No more will be done. They have to try to make it out. They do get out under Shroud. Camille, she's not done. Hookshot, not over, but the dive is happening. All of blue team huddling near their turret. Enemies close in on them from all sides. The wave is being cut. They cannot recall. This is where they make their stand. But what is happening here? They're trading. What the heck? They can't fight this. Right? Camille is going for a dive. Oh, so much AoE! It comes out from the damage on the Annie, and blue team might just get wiped here. Hecarim is coming down. He needs to get a stun. He can't get a stun. Camille won't make it out. Soraka's Astral Blessing will be enough. A hookshot will whiff. Hecarim's turning around, but he won't find the damage, and he gets the stun. And that is gonna be the lockdown. A beautiful dive coming out from red team. Blue team cannot find safe sanctuary under their own tower, and they cannot kill their way out. That is gonna be it for that team fight. A full wipe coming out from red. Such an awkward position. And they actually did make that dive work. Blue team was huddled in one position, and he gets the easiest Tibbers drop of all time. Rylai's also makes it so that if she ever locks down on you can't escape. Senna, be very careful. There's 4 people recalling in close proximity. They will not pop out to kill her. Honestly, they probably easily could. The rest of blue team are just not reinforcing the Senna. But they do opt to go for a full reset, and he's going to go back for more shoes. Camille, strong as ever, finishes her Triforce. And such a fast timing. Being complemented by tier 2 boosts and Tiamat. That is so much money in just 14.5 minutes into this game. That's what happens when you get uncontested turret plays all to yourself and you solo kill first tower. And her TP down into Dragon River, that was a long comp. Blue team gets the most expensive Inferno Drake of all time. Now the curtain call is happening. Senna has to flash over. Braum is tanking the bullets with the correct angle. And now he needs to get out Glacial Fissure or protect him. Jin has run out of bullets with the curtain call. The exhaust will slow down the shockwave damage. But is it enough to lock someone down? Braum will die even through a flash. And now the Trundle being locked down. He will have to flash out. The Zac does catch the Annie in the brush. Annie will have to stun to get out. But there is no reinforcements for either people. So they will just handshake and walk away. Camille is going to help herself to Rift Herald in the meantime. There's so many resources being poured into blue team's bottom lane, but they're not making anything good happen out of it. They're throwing bodies to bot lane just to defend and minimize losses as opposed to make positive plays. And that means there's a Camille up top doing whatever she wants to do. And the outcome has been devastating so far. Zac is going to come from behind. He is going to try for the last bounce, but it bounces Jin the other way. He is safe under this tower. The Zac is still tanking it up. He bonks the Jin into his tower, and the Senna tanking so many heated tower shots. She is going to be fine. The reformed Zac blob will actually de-aggro the tower, so they will actually make it out after a very scary tower dive. But blue team does make it out safe and sound. You don't really lose anything except for like Senna, heal, Senna, everything. But they get the kill. That's worth it. In their absence, however, red team has managed to set up an ambush. Oriana, be very careful. This is gonna be the dive. The hookshot stun is there. Camille's too tanky to be hurt by towers, and Trundle grabs that last hit. And with a Herald in hand, this is such an easy Herald drop. But they are going to chunk it down a little bit. Wait, are they not summoning it? They're not summoning Herald here, huh? Blue team is gonna try for a ballsy re-engage, for the tower has already died. Blue team Zac will try to root up the Annie. The burst might still be there, but the Zac is lit on fire. He will be killed off by the Tibbers. And now the backline of blue team has been sent running away, leaving Hecarim and Zac to die on the front. That is gonna be 2 more bodies for nothing off a very, very uncoordinated engage. It seems like there were split calls in that moment, where the backline just could not afford to fight, but the front line went in anyway. Camille going for the dive. The ultimatum locks down the center. They need the stun to pull the Camille in, and they do get it. That's a shutdown on the Camille at long last, and that is going to be 850 gold going over to the Oriana. But now the Oriana might be in trouble. She may get to spend it very soon during a gray screen, but she will be safe and sound for now. They do decide to kill off the Herald. That tower dive was slightly overzealous. It cost Camille a really large shutdown streak. But at this point, I think red team is so ahead that it might not matter. Trundle is going to go for Mountain Drake here. Are they balls enough to try for a steal? The word goes down, the teleport comes in, the Hecarim has arrived to the scene. And that's actually going to be enough to scare red team off. And they're just going to concede this dragon, costing only Hecarim's teleport. Blue team does get it, Camille pings it out. I wonder what ramifications this will have for blue team. They're so far behind that I do think you commit a teleport if it means you can secure a dragon. I'm not entirely sure red team backed off. Maybe they thought it was Oriana coming in, because they know it's a Hecarim with no ultimate. It's very interesting. But the scoreboard kind of says it all. The top and jungle core of blue team not doing so hot this game, and this might just make it way worse. Zac is going to be caught out here by the Annie. He's going to try to make some engage happen, but it's not going to be enough. A beautiful Streamman Shockwave, but it is not going to do anything. Blue team just not in position. They are moving essentially 5 separate appendages, moving of their own accord. They're not working on the same page here, and that's a result. They're getting caught left and right because they're never in the same position. And red team preys on that kind of playstyle where if you're not grouped up, if you're just being singled out, they're more than happy to just come in and kill you off one by one. 19 minutes in, they are going to try to siege down the mid inhibitor. That is going to force blue team back. Their hand has been forced. They have to do something right here, right now. Zac is going to grab back the Trundle, but that is not going to be any issue for him as he just shrugs it off and walks away. He built a redemption! He built redemption! I just noticed! I should check these inventories more often. That is, wow. I mean, that is either 500 IQ or 5 IQ. I can't tell yet. You might be thinking like, oh, we're so ahead, I can build whatever I want and still win. It is a surprise redemption to just reset fights, but why on a Trundle? Does he really need that 10% increased healing to make his ultimate and his passive that much better? I can't imagine the math will work out here. Trundle will actually take away the red buff, and the Zac is going to be stirred up to add insult to injury, and here he comes. He's running in. He's quite squishy with just redemption. But he is going to be healing up, sucking the Zac's health away. And there is a dive coming in. Tibbers leads the charge Hecarim. The Onslaught of Shadow does come over, and a beautiful shockwave. It locks up the front line. Annie will be the first to go. And the Wraith, it does land. One more shot. Procs a concussive blow. Zac needs to try to get out. He will make it out. Soraka might be the next victim. Santa guns her down from long range. That is going to be 3 bodies for nothing. Blue team, they find the team fight. They may have gotten themselves back into the game with this one. They got so much shutdown gold off that one play. Night's Wild comes out from the Trundle. Is this support Trundle in the jungle? What the? Camille is gonna hookshot and get away. And yeah. But okay, buddy, hear me out. If you're gonna build Night's Wild and Redemption on Trundle, why not go full stupid and build Runic Echoes for CDR over the Cinderhawk? Why not? Camille is going to be caught out here. The hook shot will still be buffered through the knock-on. Get her out of the way. Donnie's Shadow does not find the sweet spot. And Camille will actually make it out. The catch will fail. Blue team cannot set up for Baron, but they need to try to camp out this location. They probably aren't keen on just giving Baron away, although conceding it here might be the right call. Camille is going to hookshot into the back. Orianna is going to be caught out with the deadly flourish at long range. One more hit will do it, but the Orianna is so fast. She will make it out thanks to the phase rush, but here comes the Camille. Braum, a beautiful tank onto the stun, and that's going to be a very dead Camille. She engages so far in, but the rest of blue team, they're taking so low. Bodies are dropping. Braum will be the first to go. Subjugation running onto the Zac as well. Hecarim is tanking out in the back, but he is not long for the world. Senna gets the root. She's going back in. For what? There's a very angry troll on her, and the pillar will probably lock her up. Flash away, tanking curtain shots along the way. Curtain call will not find any additional bullet hits, but that is going to be 2 bodies for 0. They catch a Camille, but they do not have the tankiness to survive the second round. The onslaught here continues from red team. The Tibbers is going to be sent forward. Annie is going to walk away. She's 7-3 and 10. She has the Liantry's Red Light's core. She's so incredibly strong right now. And Orianna going to help herself to Morello Namicon to try to cut some of the healing from the Trundle. But no, seriously, if you're going to build Redemption and build Nice Vow, might as well go Runic Echoes to hyper buff Subjugate as opposed to just getting general tankiness. Because Cinderhawk doesn't get too much value from the extra health from Nice Vow and Redemption. You might as well just go Runic. And take Aerie while you're at it. And just go AP Trundle while you're at it. Who knows, it sounds stupid, but CDR is a pretty broken stat on Runic Echoes, you know? You could actually just ult someone and take away half their health bar. And then your job is pretty much done. Red team gets the uncontested Drake, and now the Senna might be caught out there. The hookshot will latch onto her with the ultimatum. The shockwave sends 3 people tumbling together, but Senna will still be dropped dead below their feet. And that is 10 kills ahead here for red team, with the AD carry picked off and killed. They are going to run their way to Dragon, but there's a Zac waiting on the other side of the pit. He might try for a steal. There's a Hecarim there. Can this Zac actually just slingshot in and make a play? Well, he's gonna blast cone in, which is slightly worse, I assume. The silence is gonna go down. Last bounce does go off from the Zac to try to disrupt the Camille. The Camille is just distraction, peeling off all the cores from the Baron pit, and the rest of her team will finish her job. Dissonance does come down, but the Camille might be caught here. Dawning Shadow does such a large chunk, it will kill off the Camille. And red team has actually been forced off Baron here. Trundle is going to come in with like a billion heal. He just healed his whole health bar back. I'm pretty sure that was a Soraka wish that reset his health bar. I don't think, yeah, he didn't. Oh, that was definitely Soraka wish. Man, oh man. This Trundle is shaping up to be a tough customer to kill. He has less tank items than Zac, but he's still somehow tankier than him. A very strange situation here that blue team has found themselves in. And Camille is actually nearing the Flame Horizon mark against the Hecarim. Senna going to try to clear some wards here. They do get to try to set up vision. Gonna grab onto the Trundle. Trundle actually doesn't have that much armor. He just has Nice Vow, which isn't that much armor. It's like, I believe 30? Let me check. How much armor is this? 40. Okay, 40 armor. Plus the cloth armors. This is not hard to kill for Senna at all yet. In fact, nobody on blue team, nobody on red team really has an excess quantity of armor to resist the Senna, who is slowly scaling up here still. She's gonna help herself to red buff. She grabs the soul. And the whole time Camille is terrorizing the Orianna. But they will call off the fight. Red team once again, they re-rotate onto the Baron, try to exert some pressure there, but we walk over a ward, so blue team knows their movements. Orianna is still down bottom lane. She does have the teleport, but the Camille is coming over for the catch. One more hit will do it here, and there is the slash with her W. She will take off the Orianna. And that is suddenly so much more pressure with the Orianna dead. I think Soraka caught a whiff of Zac flying overhead. Red team, they're going to try to force the engage. Blastcone will be killed off. Trundle gets rooted up, but the slow is there. Unstoppable onslaught Onslaught of Shadows rather, gonna be used defensively to get the Hecarim out, and now blue team is on full retreat. The pillar does come down for a slow. Camille hookshots onto it to try to get the stun. The ultimatum, it locks up the Braum. He's gonna be killed off. The Soraka will come in, play the ambulance for the Camille. Gonna heal her up, protect her from the tower shots, and now, with an additional body on the ground, red team is rotating to the Baron for real this time. There they are, starting the Baron. Blue team, there once again seems like there's a split call. AD carry says conceded, but everybody else is TPing in to try to make this play happen. But can they make it happen? Camille with the hook shot from 2 screens away, engaging because she sure is a champion. Senna gonna steal away one soul from the Trundle. The shockwave hits onto the Annie, drags her back. And Senna, she has her job cut out for her. Zax is gonna be silenced up, caught off. He's gonna be blobbed up immediately. Is there a teleport ready to save him? There is on the Hecarim, but he is too busy running away to save the jungler. He is gonna be killed off. Soraka Wish resets red team's health bars. They need to kill everybody on red team twice, and right now they can't even do it once. Senna's gonna try to make an aggressive trade happen, but blue team is just so far behind. Camille's 3 levels above the Senna. It's gonna kill her off like she is paper. And Braum is now being sent on the retreat, but one more bullet from the critical certainly finishes off that kill. Jin will get himself a double. The red team, once again, they find a positive play, but they are stalling this game out. Why aren't they doing Baron? Oh my god. You could have Baron there, let's be real. I get that red team doesn't kill Baron the fastest with a Jin and a Camille, and I mean, Camille can tank and Trundle does sustain DPS. Like, anything can happen. I can't believe that they're just not doing these global map plays. After finding winning fight after winning fight, they're very slow of converting these to actual objectives. They are going to help themselves to the Ocean Drake. Red team slays it. That's going to be 2 for 2. Ocean Drake number 2 going over the Ray of red team. The poise for the 4 Drake reverse sweep. The 4 of a kind. Speaking of a 4 of a kind, it's a very rare hand in poker, isn't it? But whenever I see like, I used to watch movies about, you know, like, how should I phrase this? Well, most of those films were Asian, because I watched movies as I was a kid. I don't watch them now. But a lot of the, I guess the Hong Kong Cantonese movies I used to watch that feature high-end gambling parlors and just people living the luxurious life. Why do they always gotta win by like 4 of a kind hands? It's like the biggest cliche in movies. Like one guy's like, I have a 4 of a kind with queens. And then the other guy goes, not bad. But here's my 4 of a kind with aces. I win. Like, why do you have to win with that hand? I don't think I've ever seen a movie or a common TV trope or anything where a guy just puts out a royal flush and say like, there. It's all gotta be winning by like the tiniest margins. And then, if in lore you're really so good at gambling, why only win by tiny margins? Just blow them out, you know? There is going to be a team fight breaking out. 1 for 1 so far. The mid lanes will be traded off and the top laner next to go. Blue team had a pretty promising shockwave to start it off, but it's not going to be enough. Camille chase down is there. Ultimatum lock up. The Senna gets killed off in just 3 hits. And that is going to be it here for blue team. It is going to be the easiest game end of all time coming out from red. They only dropped their mid laner. And that is the end of the game in favor of red team. GG, well played to team red. Taking down blue team in game number 1 of Clash, dropping team EZW into the consolation bracket, where they will play for no higher than a 5th place finish. So we come here now to the end of game number 1. GG gets called. I had all chat on. I completely forgot. People don't all chat in Clash, it seems like. Alright, now we will be going into the setup for our next game. That was a 30-minute game. So the next game probably wouldn't take so long to set up, but we will just be here chilling while we wait for the next game to begin. Let's Take a look at the damage charts. Yeah, Senna does out damage everybody, but it doesn't really matter because when a team complex red team gets going, you have so much time to just play around with absolute map dominance. There's very little anyone can do to really contest that, and you just saw that in full force where Camille can just overdive and make a lot of catches and just not be punished for it. That was displayed essentially in full effect. So now we'll be just waiting for the next game here to begin. So what shall we do in the interim? Well, I had a few ideas, but none of them are really good. Let's see, what can I play to pass the time? There are a few games that I've been meaning to play for the longest time, but they haven't necessarily. I just haven't necessarily found the time to play them. There are some excellent games out there, but every time I look at my Steam library, it just turns into a case from, oh, look at all these games I own, to, oh, I don't actually want to play any of these. And it's a really depressing thought every time I look at my Steam, because it's the same cycle that just repeats itself. Like, oh, look at all these great games. And then as I scroll down the library, my will to play them just goes lower and lower, and eventually I just don't do anything. That's a really depressing thought, to be honest. Oh god. Sometimes life is sad. Although, the idea here is just to, pass some time, wait for the next game to begin. Like, waiting for the next Clash game can take anywhere between like 10 to 20 minutes, so with that kind of time frame in mind, there are a lot of things I could do. I'm not sure how many of them can reasonably be done. But like I used to do it before, what I do is, if I do play something else in the interim just to kind of fill in dead air, I usually leave my client on the other monitor, so if they get into the game, I just know to immediately switch back. Well, let's see, there are some really good games here in my library. Probably would last for about a 20 minutes or so session that we can just play to pass the time. What shall we play here? Oh, actually, I got it. Here we go. We'll play this. Let me just switch my streaming scene over. OBS has to be switched as well. I had to switch a lot of things. Oh, properties. Oh wait, no, not this scene, not this scene. Properties. Switch over to. Probably heard the audio. Yo, what's up? Golf is your friends. Alright, I'll play a quick round of offline golf. I will keep this open on the other screen. Invite me golf? Oh boy. I don't know if I can finish. Oh no, they're in Champ Select. I'll invite you for the next session of golf. They're in Champ Select. I don't imagine I'll be in here for too long. Alright, let's just start. I didn't even change any of the settings, but let's just start. Pepe hands, I'm sorry. Forest Classic mode. Oh, watch this. I know the hole-in-one strat. I think. Dang it! Too much power. You could thread the needle there. I don't actually know how much power this takes. Ah! Why do I suck at golf? Bogey. That should have been my hole-in-one. This is my hole-in-one. This is not my hole-in-one. Come on. There's par. See, I'm good at golf. I'm a good golf player. Where's the hole? Oh. Oh, it's over there. Oh. Alright, this is the one where if you send it down the windmill, you can get a shortcut. I'm gonna just go max power and hope for the best. That was clearly the wrong decision. Clearly, don't ever do that. Okay, don't do that either. Wait, I do need to keep my league open on my other screen. There we go. As soon as they're in game, we'll switch over to scene. Man, I'm so rusty. I'm getting on my powers all wrong. 5 strokes, disgusting. Oh god, how do I lose myself? Getting the shortcut? Oh, a little bit more. Yeah! Still got it. This is hole 5. Do I remember this one? Kind of. Ah, dang it. Almost. Almost. Par. Which one was this? This one isn't as simple as a slope, right? Yeah. Yeah, now I remember. This one is not as simple as just being a slope. There we go. Technically a hole-in-one. Technically. I mean, you could free cam this, but free cam is for the weak. No, I didn't get the... That is such a precise angle to hit. That is also a very 2 IQ play. Why did I do that? Make a quick readjustment shot. Double bogey. Disgusting. Highly disgusting. What the heck was that? Okay, we'll send it up here. No! 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 As I said, I'll send it up here. No! There we go. We're in there. Alright, hole 9. The windmill one. This is the one with the windmill. This one was a windmill and you want to send it super far in. Right, I remember now. Watch this, hole-in-one. Oh no! That was my hole-in-one. That was my promised hole-in-one. I didn't get it. I believe there was like a spreadsheet for like hole-in-ones. Like where to aim, how much power for every like max shot possible. I haven't ever seen this spreadsheet, but I know one exists somewhere. In my opinion, looking at one is blasphemy, so I don't know anything about it. But I can see how some of the hole-in-ones in this game can be just completely deterministic. It's more fun in multiplayer where you can just mess with friends. But it's a chill time and it's a chill offline time. Watch this max power shot that will totally not backfire. Okay, well, I stand corrected. But watch me ride this ramp, how about that? Oh, almost. So close to styling on him. Hole 12. Right. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I went the other way. Oh no. Okay, now we correct. Make the jump. I wanted to bounce off too. That's fine. I'll bounce off here. Almost got my angles correct. And it's a clear shot to the end. Whee! Hole 13. What is this? Let's ride the ramp. No regrets. Oh baby, almost. That was almost my hole-in-one. This is the bullseye one. I believe I bounced it off this. Nope, nope, wrong one to bounce it off. Or just don't bounce it off any. Just play this course normally. That works too. Oh no! Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I actually done? Oh, this is awful. This is not going well. There we go. Double bogey. There's 4 holes remaining. Okay, this one I'm gonna cheat and free cam it. I'm pretty sure it's possible to get on top in one go. It is not. It is not. I flew too close to the sun. It sucks. It's horrible. Everything sucks. Oh no, this is a ramp. Oh, I'm going back down. Oh. Oh, everything sucks. Everything's just awful. Oh no, that's even worse. Alright, let's just all that 4 out here. The ramps were too good for me. Now we go back into game 2. That was a really long champ select. I started the golf session when they were starting champ select. I was at hole 13. Granted, I did golf pretty fast, but I was at hole 13 when they finally got in game. But we're just going to wait out the 3-minute spectator delay. And let's check out the team comps here. Top lane, we're going to have a Jax. Right? Jax top, Echo jungle, Victor mid. Think that's the play, and that's Caitlyn Pantheon bot. And now red team, we're going to have Sion top going up against the jungler Graves, mid lane Orianna, bot lane Jinswing. So pretty standard picks. Blue team took a little bit of guesswork, but all of their roles do make sense. Caitlyn Pantheon, that's a pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting alternative to the Caitlyn Morgana, I suppose. Pantheon is slightly tankier than her. He can go in a lot more aggressively, but setting up the traps is a lot harder. Seems this was the direct result of Morgana being banned, and they were like, quick, we need more lockdown. And they just immediately went with the Pantheon. Was the click on stun utility. Let's see how well that works out for them. I need to go get my phone. 80 seconds remain, Inspector the delay, and then we get into game 2. It's gonna be exciting, probably. Now, you do have to remember that coming into the lower bracket, both of these teams are nice and tilted. So, in a way, really, it's up to who tilts less. We are just 20 seconds out. 10 seconds out. Really, there's not much to talk about here. We're just waiting for the start of the game. And hopefully, this will be a pretty quick, fast-paced, like nice and fast-paced. Keep everything exciting, not stale. And let's get into it. Game 2 between Team EZW and their opponents, both of which coming out of what I'm sure are heartbreaking defeats in the upper bracket, dropping into the lower. Let's get into it. Actually, I do need to remember to do a lot of things that I didn't actually do at the start of game 1. I do need to rearrange the scoreboard first and foremost. It is in fact Echo Jungle. It is in fact Pantheon support. It is Jin, Swain.
Welcome to the Ionia clash.
There we go. I think we got it right this time. You'll have to excuse me. I just checked my phone. I saw a new tweet come out from Kuroki who said new injury, heart attack, and they just assumed he got a heart attack. And then I forgot there's a Dota match going on. And the heart attack actually refers to actually the most clutch defense I've ever seen in a pro game. They actually won that game too. And unfortunately, I can't watch that game live because I'm casting Clash right now. That's a series I had to watch a while for later because I'm a fan of 2 different esports. And that makes juggling my schedule very hard. Oh, the invade is going to be coming out. The flash stun from the Pantheon. There is the counter strike. Is there going to be a flash follow? No, there is not. But here comes the red team. They are coming in for the pincer. There's the decimating slash. It will not go through. The stun comes out from the Echo. The Scion going to be the first casualty here. First blood going over to the Caitlyn. And they are still going on to the chase. Deadly Flourish will not hit. But they never move well. And they lock down the support, killing off the Pantheon. The Scion rather is bleeding out on the ground and he will be killed off. Double kill going over to blue team because somehow Oriana got killed off here by the Caitlyn. Flashing still down here. They're still fighting. Caitlyn does collapse spot, but she is mostly isolated. Mistress the Victor. The 2 carries are in the middle of nowhere. Blue team, what are they doing? This is such an overcommit. She's still going for the Graves, but she will not get it. Jin gets the shutdown. Oh, blue team, you had it. You had it won. All you had to do was walk away. But could you do that? No, you cannot. The Victor might not be so lucky after all either. And here comes the Oriana. Teleport committed. Teleport committed. Teleport committed. So many flashes down all around the map. But blue team, they just could not leave enough alone. They had the 2-for-1. And they just said, no, we want to feed it all back. And they go back in and drops 3 bodies. That is just a series of disastrous decision making coming out from blue team. Maybe my nice and tilted theory was correct after all. Caitlyn is going to get rooted off here by the Jin. The damage is coming down. One more shot will do it. He needs a grenade. He doesn't have the grenade. He's level 1. He has Deadly Flourish. Pantheon beats him to level 2. The spear will not find its way through. That was a very close kill to the Caitlyn. The Jin cannot finish that kill without a grenade. So he will just settle with taking the Caitlyn to dot health, forcing him to drink every potion she has. And a beautiful never move! They do get that solo kill. The Pantheon has been sent on the run as well. Caitlyn is going to be next to drop. Getting 2 kills early on. A second Thorn's Blade. And she just gets solo killed in lane before the 3-minute mark. Not a good look for blue team's bottom lane. And red team, they're up to a flying start in this game. Almost a 2,000 gold lead just 3 minutes in. It is a 2,000 gold lead. That's 3 minutes in. A rampaging Jin. 4 minutes. How much money does he have? He's got money for BF as 3 minutes. BF and change. He can go back and buy BF and buy Kerchai's Shard. He's got half of Stormrazor in 3.5 minutes. This game is over, right? Now, obviously, Jin doesn't first item Stormrazor, but oh, he will. Okay. I mean, it works. It's not awful. I do prefer IE over it myself, but I don't play Jin that much, so what do I know? Man, look at these items. It's shoes against BF sword. That is insane. Coming out from red team's bottom lane, and they're coming back. They're terrifying. They want terror to reign, and more terror is raining from the graves, leading off with a smokescreen. He does apply the red buff slow, but he's alone so far. The Ignite is taking on him. He has been set on fire, but now he needs to try to book it out of there. Pantheon will be killed off, and now the Caitlyn sent on the run. Will she be able to make it out? The Never Move, it is here. It gets a grab back, and the Jhin has everything he needs to get that 6th kill in lane. Dominating goes the Jhin. I imagine the rest of blue team is just looking down there going, bro, what the hell is going on down there? Because nothing good is happening down there. Blue team giveth, blue team taketh. Blue team has the lion's share of all of blue team's kills and the bulk of their death. It's just awful. It just sucks. And red team, they're off to a 3,000 gold lead. Jhin, he's got Stormrazor done. That's Stormrazor money right there. Like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't actually have it because Thorns and Boost take up a share of that net worth as well, but he's gonna get a 6-minute Stormrazor. That's just crazy. The Echo's gonna be caught here as well. He's level 4. The Never Move will not hit, but the Deadly Flourish, it sure as hell will. And the Orianna picks up a kill. Blue team is just falling apart. It's such an early moment this game, and it's looking to be a total stomp so far. And this has turned into a fun game of let's see when Jhin will get Stormrazor. My money is on like the 6-minute mark. Pantheon is charging up the spear, but that is a very naive steal that he will not get it in time. The Never Move does slash. He needs a Deadly Flourish to happen. Will he get the root? No, he will not get the root. The Pantheon will actually make it up. He is level 3. Essentially in poverty. Caitlyn goes for the net poke. Chunks of Swain a little bit, but honestly, he is beyond such paltry damage at this stage in the game. At 009 Swain, 6 minutes in, he's got 1 KP every 45 seconds that the game has happened. That is an insane pace. Just absolutely bonkers. Sion connects the Decimating Smash as well. Oh, these charge! Oh, he charged into a wall! Oh! Wait, hold on, hold that thought that Caitlyn is gonna be grabbed up, and there's the godlike Jhin. It's gonna come out, it's gonna kill off the Caitlyn. He's 7-0-3, and now the Sion. Oh, he had it so promising, but is he gonna get it? Yes, he will. The Decimating Smash, it kills off the Jax. Killing myself, Pantheon says. I mean, yeah, that's what you've been doing all game. That is, in fact, what the Pantheon has been doing all game long. This Jhin is off to such a flying start. Oh, this is just rude. This is just... He's just a boy. He's just a boy. You can't do that. Like, ugh. They already lost their first game, and then the second game, this happens to them. I feel for blue team here. I really do. It can't feel good to have the game turn out like this, and for the most part it's actually, you know, not the Caitlyn Pantheon's fault. I mean, yeah, they play the early lane horribly. They did get solo killed when they have no right to be solo killed, especially when Kate is up, supposedly up 2-1. No, but gank 4 times in 8 minutes. I mean, it's not 4 times. They've had, I don't know. And now they're talking about anime. Like, I think that's where the state of this game has gone. Both teams acknowledge that this game is over, so let's just talk about RE0 or RE0. Which, small confession, because I'm not an avid anime watcher, for an embarrassingly long time, I think for like the first month since RE0 came out, I thought people were referring to Resident Evil 0. And I just couldn't figure out for the life of me why people are talking about cute anime girls in Resident Evil 0. And then I found out about the anime. I actually didn't know what I never watched the anime. I actually didn't know what Amelia and Rem looked like until probably about a month ago. And apparently there's a new season that I didn't know about. Like, obviously I wouldn't know about it. There it is, Jhin. He's gonna get an IE. He's gonna get eye edge at 8 minutes. Galen has boots. Oh, eye edge to boots is a slightly imbalanced matchup. What face you didn't know what Ram looked like? I know, right? I didn't find out until about a month ago. I just never looked it up. I was so out of touch with the whole ReZero craze. Because I don't watch anime. I don't know how else I can explain. Although I will say, I don't watch anime, but I read a lot of anime. Like I read a lot of light novels that the animes are made from. Like I read more about Sword Art Online than I watched Sao. I never actually finished Sao season 1, but I read the light volume up until whatever arc they're on now. I will say I contemplated about reading ReZero's light novel. I think it was like ReZero Life in Another World or something. I saw it was an isekai. I was like, I don't know if I'm interested in it, considering I've read a lot of isekais before. So I put off reading ReZero for a long time, and then I just never got into it. Like that's the fact kind of came and went for me. Oh, the Jin, he might actually be shut down here by the Jax, but oh, not before taking down the Jax, but that's going to be a 1,000 gold shutdown going over to the support Pantheon's pockets, but the decimating smash, the Scions just taking bodies down with him, and that is still going to be a 6,000 gold lead at 10 minutes into the game. Jin finally does get shut down, but he's still carrying a bounty after dying. That's how fed he was, and Pantheon was the one who got that shutdown. The absolute worst case scenario here for Blue Team. They're also going to lose their top turret, but it's not like anyone was going to be defending. If I knew it was going to be a 4v2 bot lane, I would have already uninstalled. Brother, it is not a 4v2 bot lane. You got demolished long before Graves came in and messed your day up. You cannot blame this on getting camped. This is a series of really bad decisions coming out from Blue Team. They got a really good invade start. They got a 2-for-1. They all went back in and fed 3 more kills for no reason. And then they just get 2v2 killed bot lane twice before Grace shows up. Jin gets like a 3-minute eye edge. Like none of this is getting camped. This is just straight up bot gap. And I cannot believe the Pantheon is blaming on getting camped. There does seem to be a fair amount of salt coming out from the Pantheon here. I think he's acknowledged that the game is over. He's just not saying it out loud. He's just not calling out the GG. Now he's just sitting there typing up an essay. He has 1,000 gold in his pocket and he bought boots and the dagger and be like, I'm safe now. They won't be able to kill me anymore. The bot lane is combined 3 and 13. That cannot be just off 4 ganks. Like, you have to be naive. If you get gapped that hard, it is not a... I can understand being like 2-4 maybe. And saying, oh yeah, I got camped. I buy that. I certainly wouldn't buy this excuse. This is anything but. This is anything but what the Pantheon is claiming it to be. It's 12 minutes in. There's a 10,000 goal lead. Like, I don't know what kind of gap you think this is, but it's But regardless, Jin does have a lot more items than he should at 12.5 minutes into the game. Victor is going to try to wave clear mid, but honestly, the biggest loser of this game is me. Because this is going to be a 15-minute game. And I'm going to have to wait in champ select for like 30 minutes before we get into the next Clash game. And I have to fill this so much dead air. And that's easily my least favorite part about casting Clash. Shockwave does go down from the Victor. It might be another solo kill here, but he does drop the Chaos Storm. It is not enough. Chaos Storm does not find a kill, and there is the Pantheon. Oh. No, he's not going to make it out, right? No, maybe? Oh, the Kaylin is here to help. The Spear does get the slow. He steps on a trap, and there's the ace in the hole. Oh, the Graves. He gets killed off by the Kaylin bullet. And the Jax is going to come in to try to fight the save. He is going to try to get the Empower hit, but it will not matter. Orianna makes it out. 3 people very low in that brush. Curtain Call gets raised up. He is shooting into nowhere, guessing completely wrong on every shot. Turret plating falls when all of the turrets have already died. The way play makes me wanna die, says the Pantheon. Alright. Whatever you say. The Swain does walk up a little bit too forward, and Chrono Break just rips his face off. And now the re-engage is coming out. I mean, the way they're playing isn't making Pantheon want to die. It's literally making him die. I can't read that out loud, but... Oh, yeah, no, I am not reading that line out loud. No. That's, He has just sunk into a new level of degeneracy that I will not stoop to. That is in fact a come on bro moment. You can't say that. I'm casting this. Does he not know that this is going on YouTube? Although for the longest time since I've had all chat working expected again, all I wanted was to cast a game with all chat salt. This is a tiny sprinkle of all chat salt. I await the day where I can just see 10 people, instead of playing League of Legends, play Word Racer in League of Legends and just race to see who can type the biggest essay. That would be a Hutu cast. I've seen hype games, I've yet to see hype salt. Get me the type racer gameplay. Echo is gonna come in. He will just go back out the way he came in. The red team just lackadaisically laying siege, but they kind of had to be... Blue team is going for a Hail Mary 3-man solo push bot. And then red team is just allowing this to happen. And blue team, they have no intentions of recalling. They're going for broke. They have absolutely nothing to lose except basically everything. And the Counter-Strike AJ is coming in onto the Graves. They are hard diving her for one body. Has already dropped. Pantheon will light up the Graves, but the Caitlyn has fallen to dot health. Meanwhile, the tower dive in mid is happening. Victor's coming over. Can he get the kill here maybe? The Chaos Room is coming up, but the Death Ray will not. Echo is chasing down the kills, but he will not finish it. Two very low members. Sion turns into zombie form. He is going to go in and punch up the Victor. And suddenly, blue team, they just got themselves a lot of gold. They lowered the gold gap from 10k to 9k. Look at them. They did it. Blue Orb is gonna go out onto the swing. He is crippled. He's limp. He's killed off here by the Victor. And he just got a lot of money. I mean, yeah. When you play loose, when you play relax, this gets like when they make a Hail Mary play and you just decide to not respond, sometimes a horrible dive can happen. This does stunt their aggression, but that shockwave just kills Victor from a third. Instantly. Sorry if that sneeze went on mic. I really need to sneeze. Jin is going to get this RFC done. He is still an entire item on the Caitlyn. Although Caitlyn has actually far more CS than him, which is just crazy. Because I didn't think... I mean, yeah, it does kind of make sense when the Jin's just going around killing people instead of farming, but I'm shocked that Caitlyn actually still has access to that many minions to kill when her team is this far behind. And there's a Sion casually soloing out a Jax. Oh my. Can we get an instant replay of that? Give me the instant replay. Oh, hold on. Too early. Alright, so here's a Jax and be like, I'm out of here. He gets the Blade of the Rune King. And there is the Deadly Flourish, the collateral damage, the Decimating Smash. And nothing connects. Beautiful. Just an absolute beautiful display of teamwork. They're taking Herald by... When the game is at this kind of state, when you have no towers here... Caitlyn died, but who cares? When you have no towers here, this tower is like 1,000 health. You would expect Baron buff to be the one doing this, not a Herald. Herald hasn't even been dropped yet. This is still a very early, very decisive win here for blue team. And it seems like they can't throw this game. It seems like no matter what bad play they do, this gold lead will just not dent because they have so much of the map to play with. Still not dropping the Herald, but they don't need it. They can just naked CG in him and be totally fine. Herald is going to be dropped. It's going to be saved the charge onto the inhibitor. Are they gonna brute force push this? That seems very dangerous to me. Jackson's gonna walk back to stack the Eye, but the Eye has slapped him back and he will be killed off here by the Scion. The Shockwave goes out. It only finds one. It only finds two. The Curtain Call gets the kill. Caitlyn is the last member, but she just came up. The root is there. The ball will just barely whiff her. Deadly Flourish connects onto her from the fountain. The swing walks a little bit too far forward. Keep YouTube safe, guys. Don't do drugs. GG. They focus me. Allow me. Oh, wrong chat. Poop in my blank. Lamau, you're 8. GG easy. Lol. This is low quality salt from what, let's be honest, is a low quality game. I'm frankly disappointed that this atrocity is in a Clash game. Lol, sad, GG easy. What bad manner players. I can't believe I root for this team. Oh boy. Well, because that game was over in a flash, we're gonna be on this screen for a long time. Let's just park it at the damage charts and put it over there. And now we go back to the game that's actually fun. Where did I leave my stream? Hold on. There we go.
Alright, I'm updating my golf.
Oh, you're updating your golf? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how to
even
create a lobby. Hold on. Host. Max players, I'll just do 2, I guess. It's just us. Lobby type. Invite only. Alright, we'll change the settings here. Max shots per round, we'll make it 15. Infinite time per round. Infinite free cam, because that's the fun way to play. Collision enabled. I'll enable jumping. Save I'll just call this default. Alright. Let me know when you're done patching.
Okay.
Course, we'll make it a... Is it possible to make it a random course or... No, okay. Alright, I'll just spin my mouse around and look away from the screen. I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click. Ancient, okay. How long does it take to patch golf for you?
I don't know, man. I'm like a quarter.
Okay. It's not so bad. They're probably gonna be scouting for a while.
It says 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
My internet is slow. But it's slow. It's going down. I turned off like everything else. I never knew this update for Golf with Friends was so big though.
When was the last time you patched it?
When I first played it.
How's Clash going?
March?
Mo, do you have golf with your friends?
Do I have golf with friends?
Yeah.
Is that a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not have golf with friends.
Okay, because we're waiting for them to get into the next game, which is taking forever. Because the last game was Stomp. Yeah, we're gonna play golf with friends.
Who stomped whom?
Eddie's team stomped.
Was that game one?
No, this game 2 just ended. Now they're in the queue for their final game.
They win game 1?
Nope.
Nope.
Nah.
When was the last time they won game 1? Come on, you're funny.
Hey, they won at one time.
Wow.
Alright. I'm out again.
But I streamed. Okay.
Well, always here to say hi and then bye.
Always the same.
Why does this patch take so? Why does my internet so slow? But also, why is this patch so big? for a small indie game.
Just waiting on both ends. Yeah, I'm typically a multitasker, like typically a multitasker. I usually play like 2 or 3 games at once, but when I'm recording myself, I can't do that because the audio overlap is just unbearable. So it's really awkward for me to just be sitting here doing nothing. I'm not used to this. Like, actually.
Yep. I actually bought like a smaller keyboard. It's kind of nice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the one without the number, the extra numpad.
I like smaller keyboards when I don't have to like do any actual work on them.
Yeah.
For gaming,
like
it's actually pretty nice.
It's nice to play like shooters with them. I don't think it's nice playing any other games though. It's just because I have more mouse space.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm halfway.
Alright, nice. We're
Alright,
we're on it.
Oh my god. Never knew this game was so big.
At least the music is chill. It's a fun little jingle. Just like not talking and just listening to it. It's a pretty nice jingle.
I don't remember what it sounds like.
Honestly, it's not very memorable. Like, I'm sure if I ever tune it out and just like if I ever close the game, I just immediately forget what it sounds like. I have to keep tuning back in over and over.
So I've been playing Dead by Daylight, and the killers like songs are catchy. Like sometimes after the game, I'm like I hear it still, and I'm like,
that's just called PTSD.
Okay, yeah. Every time I'm like, is it just me or is it playing still?
No, that's PTSD. We might not be able to play yet. They're in Champ Select.
Alright.
But I'll keep this running until they actually start. Actually, nah. I'll go find something else to do.
Yeah.
Patch your
First
game.
Patch
Your game.
my golf game.
The golf game. I'll just play something else for like 10 minutes because apparently Champ Select takes that long. Like I didn't really quite internalize it until I was actually looking for stuff to do in the interim and just realized Champ Select never ends. Apparently it does take that long now, so I'm gonna find something else to do. Oh, hey, actually, let me switch a scene here. This is the funniest game ever made. Alright, what campaign did I last leave it at? This one. This campaign. How much? Oh, I think I got stuck on this one last time I played it. What do I have to do? There was like miners, dynamiters. I think that's a quick draw. And cactus men. 3 different sides. And I have to beat them with the money I have. So I'm going to be using, let's see, numbers won't actually overwhelm these guys because they will just kill everything. We just need to hit them fast. No faster ways than this. Oh, look at them pounce at the back. Oh, look at them all die to the bullets. Oh no. Oh my god, this is a wash. Oh, I'm down to 1 axe guy over here. Oh, he's dead. Alright, these guys suck. Maybe I can do the strat of letting them all come to me. Where's my super long range musketeers? I'll even assume command of one. I missed. Alright, I need someone who hasn't shot yet. We need to snipe them. There. Oh. That ain't it. That ain't it, chief. I need to snipe the guy with the pistol. Oh, I got him. It still counts if I micro this. What can I say? The muskets are too OP. Oh, I missed. He ducked. That's cheating. He's not allowed to duck. Wait, where is the last guy? Who are they going for? What? What the heck? He's so alive. What is he doing here? Alright, I guess the what is it? The red coats, the blue coats? Executed. Alright, he got hung up over a bucket. That's not my fault.
Hey, my game finished patching.
Nice. They're almost done Champ Select, I'm pretty sure.
Man.
Alright, what is this? They got cannons set up? Or more pistols? Alright, obviously with every new stage we had to do the halfling test. We just throw so many boys at them. Okay, they didn't last long at all. Clearly anecdotal. We'll try it again. Are those Gatling guns? What the hell? Alright. We'll just go with all reliable. Nothing but muskets. Now micro them to take out the back. Oh no, the Gatling guns! Whoa, we actually did it, okay. Amazing. I didn't think we could kill that. Alright, what are we up against here? Miners, dynamiters, and quick draws, seems like. Oh, clearly this is a job for the weebs. Oh wait, but first, how could I forget the halfling test? Where you just throw nothing but hobbits at them. Honestly, they came closer than I thought they would. This was closer than I thought it would be. Alright, now that the halfling test has successfully concluded, we will now throw the weebs at them. Wait. They suck. I honestly thought they'd do better than this. These guys suck. Oh, then we throw the spooky boys over. We'll try out the spooky boys with one shield bearer. Oh my god, the spooky boys all died instantly. Oh, it's not even close. This is a slaughter. Oh my god. Okay, well. I actually expected them to hold up a little bit better than this. I cannot believe it. Well, clearly that's not gonna work. Well, they do have a lot of melee units, so maybe we can hold the line with a Zeus and just a bunch of shields. Protect your god. Protect your god. He is here. Your god is getting shot at. Where is your devotion? Where is your theology? Where is your theism? Oh, it's working! It's not working. Well, on that depressing note, God is dead, and we will now go back to casting Clash. We are now at Game 3 of Team EZW Clash Tournament. They will now be competing for a 5th or 6th place finish, which sounds more and more depressing the more I say it out loud, but to be honest, they actually just went 1-1. But that's what happens when you're in the bracket like this. So we'll go over the matchup here. It is going to be Ionia top against Sion top. Wait, what? Darius mid? Okay, it's either Darius or Ionia top. And it's either Darius or Ionia mid. Jungle matchup is Evelyn going up against Zac. Mid lane on red team is Vladimir. Bot lane is Caitlyn Valkaz against Swain Jin. Although I will say, just looking at this team, I think that blue team just kind of drafted a bunch of mains, because that's a very scattered team composition. It's very much a team composition where you build it with the idea of just running over every lane and on the back of the Evelyn and just snowball so hard that team comps beat them, that like nothing happens, and I don't know. Like, it's such a weird draft coming out from blue team. At least red team has some semblance of a really good pick or dive comp going. They can't really fault their draft. It definitely could be better. But obviously, draft in Clash, a lot of cases actually does just come down to the champion pools of each players. What champions you have at your disposal, and you just kind of try to make the best out of it. And in cases where your whole team is play a specific set of champions that all fit well into one comp. You just practice that comp over and over, and you get really good at it. You get really good at that one kind of play style. And a lot of times, that's where drafting gets limited too. Now, in the case of this game, does seem like for blue team, there's just been a lot of comfort picked here. We'll see how this game pans out. It does very much ring out to me that if any of these blue team lanes fall behind, they probably will not be able to recover, just given the nature of their champions. Like if Evelyn falls behind, it's over for her. If, you know, Alawi or Darius falls behind, well, not so much Alawi, but if Darius falls behind, there's very much lack of comeback tools available in his arsenal. So we'll have to see who comes up on top here in this game number 3 between blue and red team. A showdown of the ages, and I do think it's Darius top actually. I think Alawi works slightly better than a Darius in the short lane. Darius wants a lot more room to do a chase down. He can't really burst in short time. He does need to land his full combo. We'll see. We'll wait until everybody gets in their lanes before we rearrange the scoreboard or do anything of that degree. We'll see. Well, we can definitely change this around because this is a very clear lane assignment. This is happening, and it's oh, what is this? This is a very uncommon invade pass to be running. Are they both invading each other? So I think blue team is doing this, anticipating to catch a red team top laner in the tri-brush, but little do they know, he's not in there. Why are they doing this movement though? Because they're assuming that a Zac starts red? I don't think a Zac will ever start red. He has a much easier time clearing out blue side. This might just be a super early invade to get a super deep ward down too. See, now red team is assuming that blue team has invaded their blue side, but in reality it's on the other side of the map. Oh, check their vision. Do they see this? They don't see blue team moving through. Oh, we're gonna have bot lane. We're gonna have bot lane returning. They're gonna clash here. I think they got spotted just by like a microsecond. That's actually a rare case where I think if red team was like half a second late to the brush, they might have just caught both of them. Zac is going to go ahead, go for an early start here. Oh, Evelyn! Oh, this is so sick. If she gets this off, it'll be so sick. She is going to go for the Raptors. They don't know this is happening. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Vladimir is out of the game. Oh, that's awkward. Evelyn's might have just caught a peek of the Vladimir running back home. That is an awful start here for the Vladimir, if nothing else. He disconnects. Wait, hold on. Let me just check Discord real quick. He's still in the Discord call. He's still in the call, so I'm assuming he does reconnect in pretty short... Yep. On pretty short notice, he does reconnect here. Scoreboard. Oh, Caitlyn does get pulled back. Is this a repeat of game number 2? She gets set on fire. Now she has a flash out. Her protection this time isn't a Pantheon, but it's a Valkaz instead. Who protects her way less. He has a 70%... Is it still 70%? It's still a 70% slow. He has a 70% slow on his Q, and that's it. Now Vladimir reconnects, but unfortunately, he's level 1. Ilawi's level 3. She does get the soul pull. Oh, this is going to be a brutal lane for him now. Hey, it's not over. Like, you could just stay on our tower. The short lane here will actually play to his benefit a lot. He gets that cannon against all odds, actually. The Zac is going to come in for a gank. I don't think he should be ganking this. You can't force this onto Alawi, who's level 3 to your last 1. Zac learns that lesson the hard way. He does turn tail and run. He just needs to buy some time here for the lad to farm up, but the last thing you want to do as a jungler is actually walk in and start taxing his EXP as well. EXP matters more than anything else when you're put in that position. Darius actually taking a losing trade here against the Scion, but he is winning in CS. Same as mid. Actually, blue team just has a casual 400 gold lead because Vlad DC'd and he couldn't farm, and because top lane's winning in CS. And just off that, they build enough gold lead to essentially amount to a kill. And there's the Zac. He's coming back in for a return gank, and that's gonna force out the Illaoi's flash. They might just call this off here. Honestly, it's very awkward to try to fight into the Illaoi at this stage in the game. And honestly, Vlad he needs to be calling off these ganks. It's actually not helping him. Blowing Illaoi's flash doesn't mean anything when he's not in a position to kill. And he's just losing EXP and losing gold doing this. Bot lane is going to first blood. Red team onto the Caitlyn. With a pretty good brush camp. Caitlyn must have assumed they cheated the recall or something. She just walks up alone and gets killed off. Now Vladimir still 2 levels down. No, Zac, get out of here. This is not gonna work. Oh, the Evelynn shoots a blind hate spike into the brush. Not going to find it. Zac will just make it out. And Vladimir still farming up. If he can stabilize in this lane, then nothing bad will have happened. But the Zac is very ambitious. We think he can make this kill happen in any capacity. It's just not happening. Swain is going to recall essentially in Walkouts' face, and they do nothing about it. Jhin goes back for BF Sword to call. Once again, a pretty big item mismatch here in the bottom lane. Swain gets an excessively early stopwatch here as well. That's going to enable him to do some aggressive plays, especially in conjunction with a dive from Zac. The timing here is a little bit awkward because ideally if you want to force a gank, then you come back here, hit the wave, and then Zac swoops in and ganks with you. Zac is taking his time on his reset. He's gonna reset around the same time as bottom lane here. They could still sync up this timing. Zac can still go for this dive. He's actually gonna opt to solo this dragon instead. He's level 4, 5.5 minutes in, and he's gonna get a cheeky dragon solo. I don't actually like this play, for the record. Very few junglers can get away with this. Like, yeah, you get an early dragon, but it doesn't amount to anything. He's actually gonna die to this dragon too. Very early smite to keep himself healthy. But because he's very early smited, Illaoi can probably come in and steal, but no, 5 HP. It will go to red team. She pulls out the Swain soul. Swain immediately goes for the Graves and starts chomping it to gain some health back. He sets the Illaoi on fire, but it's not enough. The Tesla will does come out and kill him off. The 70% slow does come out as well. And there's Vladimir. He's flashing in, but he's level 5. He doesn't have Chemo Plague. What is he thinking? He can't win this fight. The tendrils come down and slap him in the face. The Zac will be saved from a teleport by the Scion. Now it's just a Jhin. They're in a 3-on-3 situation here. Can they make it out? Can they make it out? Yes, they can. Maybe they can. Question mark. All around. Illaoi gets rooted up. The 4-shot will bring her down, but here comes the Darius with a beautiful apprehend, but he dunks on the wrong guy, and the Jhin is just gonna make it out. No resets are possible. The blast cone will save their life unless this snipe. It will find it with the true damage proc. Valkos gets that kill onto the Jhin. Now this Vladimir, not level 6, crippled by the Darius, nowhere to go. He's going to be killed off here. And the Swain, he's respawned, he's running back. He needs to try to grab somebody under the tower. It won't be the Walkouts. Is it the kill? It is the kill. It goes over to the Swain. That's going to be a 4-4-4. But overall, I still say advantage to blue team here. They got a lot more kills on a lot more critical members. Very importantly, Darius, uncontested, going back in for the Swain. That's going to be a very dead bird, man. Even through this stopwatch, it's not going to save him. The Tesla will dunks him once again. Blue team definitely comes out ahead here because their solo laners got the lion's share of that money. And they're in really oppressive laning states already, and with those kills, they might just get unbearable, and this game could be blown open from that position. Whereas bottom lane here for red team getting some of that, I think most of that, it's not going to be enough for them because bottom lane needs so much more time to roll. But blue team, they now have a huge momentum in their solo lanes. And this might be a very dangerous situation. Red team has to play this so carefully from here. They need to now respect solo laners' power more than ever before, give them space, and play turret defense, play PvE. Make sure you don't lose map control. Make sure you don't concede that many objectives over. Within reason. It's okay if blue team gets Herald here. As long as the person in question is still alive, farming waves, sapping EXP, defending powers, a Herald will not break the game open. But leaving the lanes to contest a Herald might be might be game ending, like excessively game ending very early on. The Scion is gonna roam bot for a kill, but the Illaoi has found a solo kill to herself. The unstoppable charge, the burst combo from the Soul Furnace. It does come out to shut down the Illaoi, but once again, red team comes out of this the loser. These plays are expensive and not worth doing because this is happening up top. You're giving up top lane turret plays. You're giving up a mid lane kill. You're forcing a fight in situations where Vlad cannot possibly win it. So you're essentially opting into 1-for-1 trades that are more expensive for you because you're the one leaving lane to do it. You're the one sacrificing push, sacrificing CS, and CS is coming at a premium so far. They want to burst down the Caitlyn, but the curtain call shots will not find her. She will make it out. Once again, Zac comes back, but they cannot convert a gank. The Vision of Empire spots out the Caitlyn. They want to make this happen. They never move Ho back with the long range snipe. The Jhin will get the kill, but not before the Zac goes down to the Evelynn. The bird form will get popped, and there is the last caress from the Evelynn going backwards to get in position to assassinate the Jhin, and she does get it, and there's a dunk from top lane as well. Darius gets the solo kill. Blue team, I will say of that latest series of events, they are very easily rolling now. The allure does land onto the Swain, a very easy kill going to the Evelynn, and then she just got 3 kills in very quick succession. She triple killed bottom lane off a gank initiated by Red. Red team is forcing plays when they have no business forcing plays, and they are paying dearly for it. And what bugs me isn't even necessarily the fact that blue team was playing this so well, punishing. It's these trades that red team are opting into are so easy to punish given their circumstances that you have to be an idiot to not capitalize on this. Blue team is just playing standard and they're just essentially finding free money being dropped into them because red team is taking really weird fights, unwinnably bad fights. What they need now most of all is EXP. Not even money. Like, you could be behind in CS. I can accept that in losing lane positions, but don't lose out EXP. When every lane is behind in levels, granted mid lane probably couldn't help it for the most part, the jungler's role isn't to force ganks where there isn't any, and in the process sap away more EXP from laners that desperately need it. And it's definitely also not the solo laner's job to be roaming down to try to help kill each other. As long as plays are not being forced by blue team, red team should be content farming back. They are stronger late in the late game. Evelynn does scale quite well. As far as assassins go, Evelynn does in fact scale quite well. Not well enough to be impervious late game, especially not into a lot of frontline. Red team has a lot of frontline. They have a Zac. They have a Zac. They have a Scion. They even have a Swain that can be decently tanky in the frontline in the late game. This is not a team that Evelynn can assassinate. They should identify that their comp will scale more and just be content with playing it out. But forcing early game to salvage some sort of invisible lead is just gonna hurt them in the long run. Ionia is gonna go for super aggressive trade onto the Zac, committing her ultimate as well. That is very likely gonna be first tower here, but she has to back off. The tentacle slapped Zac while she was in tower range. That just gave her the aggro. And you can tell, like, it's symptomatic of forcing plays where top lane is 40 CS behind, essentially off their own doing. Mid lane is 40 CS behind, not off their own doing. And the jungler KDA is kind of speaking for itself. It's just forcing plays and dying for it. And not necessarily out-farming an Evelynn, who's actually been killing people around the map. And that's gonna be blue team taking their Drake. 3,500 gold ahead, off essentially almost nothing. Which is a very strange game to look at. The Evelynn is gonna come in for a gank. The Lifeform Disintegration Ray is going to chunk out red team. They are now nice and chunked, ready to be dove. And we'll see if blue team commits for this play. Vladimir is gonna go back. Illaoi is still tanking the tower shots, but the tendril healing is still keeping her up and going. Tides of Blood goes out from the Vladimir, and there is the burst, finding Illaoi, who overextended for an easy punish. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there are terrible, terrible things happening. We're looking away. It is too gruesome for words. Now the Scion does have to back off here. The mark goes out onto the Evelyn. Evelyn does land the haste spike, and that's gonna make it an easy kill here. But what's happening on the back here? Caitlyn's in the tri-brush. She didn't get the net over, and that means Deadly Flourish gets the kill. The curtain call also gets committed, but there is no additional targets to be found. And Jin will just randomly shoot off a few shots and call it off. Remember when curtain call refunded cooldown based on how many shots you didn't fire? That was a weird and unnecessary thing that they patched out. I do kind of miss it from time to time, not gonna lie. Oh, the unsolvable charge is not gonna be enough to stop the guillotine, but it will be enough to find the shutdown here. Scion does pick up a solo kill for himself. But Darius has completed his Trinity Force in essentially record time, 14.5 minutes. It's a very admirable time to finish a Triforce. Especially, well, if it's a rush, it's a pretty reasonable time to do so. He certainly did rush the Triforce there. Swain is going to play with the Alawi. He sees the killing move, and he's going to pop his Crow Form to come in and compete. But he's run out of burst damage. He can't kill this Alawi from here, especially now when his soul is grabbed. Alawi fully commits. Swain realizes he's made a big mistake, and he's been completely punished. I mean, once your burst runs out, you cannot contest an Alawi. That will happen to you. Absolutely not a surprise. Alawi has Flash ignited, that is true, but she also walked away with a kill on essentially like the second most fed member on red team at this present moment. And the CS scores on blue team, on red team, all around, I mean, it's just all around disgraceful. 50 CS lead at top, 60 at bot, no, 60 at mid, 30 at bot. These are extreme CS leads. How do you lose CS this bad? Like, I can understand mid because of the early game DC, but what the heck happened to the other lanes? Especially when bot lane was actually in a winning position for so long. But it seems like every other lane is just not having a good time here. Scion is still doing his best to defend top lane, which he is making the correct play. Like top lane still relatively untouched. Wind of Lag comeback was AFK for a bit, essentially in like 20 seconds. Nothing bad happened. Well, something bad did happen. He came back level 1 against level 3 Alawi, so the lane was kind of unplayable for him. And now the game might be slowly getting blown open here. The island will finally be killed off, but it's a 2 for 3 overall across the map. It might be 4. Where's the mid lane? Directed camera, please, pan over here. I don't care about the dead man slapping Darius. Caitlyn is going to join the fight, but she will not find a body to shoot at. So overall 2 for 3, but blue team once again comes out ahead. They take these winning trades. Every fight they take, even if they drop bodies, they get something else on top of it. And in this case, they get a tower. I think more than one, no, just one. They get a tower out of it. And there it is. Red team going to try to goon the Darius. They send the goon squad up and they clean him up. They get that solo kill, well, not solo kill, but they get the kill, punishing him for his overextension. He definitely should have reset, and he didn't. That makes an easy kill here for red team. But they're still so far behind in goal. A 4,000 deficit is... it's special for being only 2 kills behind. You shouldn't be down this much. That's, you know, that goes without saying. And I think a lot of it just comes down to very unclean early game. And it cascades. They do scale, so it's not game ending, it's not horrible. They can still win this game just by sitting still, peacefully scaling it out, don't care about anything. But for the most part, it's just... it's not awful. They are killing the Alawi. They are winning fights. And Caitlyn runs headfirst into a train. And she is going to be picked up here. Unless the bouncing grenades, it doesn't kill. And Caitlyn's going to walk out with a shred of her life. But there is the Evelyn being rooted up. Last caress defensively out. The curtain call does get dropped. He is going for the snipes onto the Evelyn. Oh no, 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 no. Kill the Darius. There it is. But here comes the light from Disintegration Ray. Caitlyn tears around. Wins the ace in the hole. They snipe it off. And suddenly a good play turns into disaster as red team overcommits. It's the story of their lives. They just cannot sit still with minor advantages. They always have to go for the jugular, even when they have no business doing so. The Zac is going to get found by the Evelyn. He is going to fly out, but the Evelyn now going to help themselves to Ocean Drake. Number 1. The Drake score is now 2-1 in favor of blue team. And the kill score now 23 to 19, +2 overall trade from that last team fight. They couldn't finish off the low members and they realized they overcommitted. To be fair, if they did kill off the Evelynn, if they did kill off the Caitlyn, it would have been a really good chase. The problem was they took too long doing it and never actually retreated until blue team's reinforcements arrived and just chopped them all up. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, they are going to lose Dragon on top of it. Herald is going to despawn very soon as well. This game suddenly got a little bit harder here for red team to play. Certainly not out of it, not by any stretch of the imagination. Vladimir is working as Spellbinder as well. Once he gets those, he will have a healthy spike in his power level. Unless he's going for death cap. It will be funny. I do think he does need Zarya, so he should save the Codex for Hourglass, but you know. This does seem like a Zarya's game coming out from the Vlad. There is a lot of upfront bursts that it's in his best interest to dodge, essentially. Swain is going to Zarya's in the middle of the team fight, but the team fight has not broken out yet. Alawi patiently waits it out, comes in, slaps the ground, spawns the tentacles, and now the AoE damage is coming down, but she gets taken out fast. The Swain is going to be the first victim here from red team, and here comes the teleport onto the award or turret debris or whatever the hell he just TP'd onto. The Silent does arrive, but he finds no CC. After Hen goes only onto the minions. Deadly Flourish finds nothing. Curtain Cock has dropped. Is this a re-engage? The snipe kills off the Zac! Was it Zac shopping? He couldn't, like, he just needed to move like 2 steps to his left, to his right, and he wouldn't die. Was he shopping? Did he not realize that Caitlyn channeled a bullet onto him? All he had to do is just walk behind the Jhin, who's just standing still shooting curtain calls, and he wouldn't have died. But once again, blue team pulls the kill lead from +4 to +6. They find once again a winning team fight and get another tower on top of it. And slowly, like eventually, red team is gonna run out of towers to play behind. These fights are just not working in their favor. They're making catches on targets that they cannot possibly hope to burst, and they're getting punished for it. Norwegian Empire scouts out the bot lane. Alawi goes for the E, but it will whiff. The Vlad has come in for the flank. The Hemo Plague is in the back. The barrier gets popped from the Valkos. The damage is there. Can they finish it off? Swain flashes in for the execution. But where's the backline protection here? The Alawi is going to be the next to go. Swain picks up the double kill. And he does find it a really positive play here. In the words of the great Swain player himself, I can play really badly and still randomly win when I'm on Swain. But can he randomly win this game? It remains to be seen. It's still looking dicey so far. Caitlyn's gonna come in with the Storm Razor slow, keeping the Swain controlled. Zac is gonna pounce back in for the re-engage. The allure lands onto the Jhin, and there is the teleport coming in from the Darius. The scary man spinning the axe. Jhin is standing still, reloading. Vladimir is the first victim. He is gonna be killed off here, but now the Caitlyn might be next on the chopping block. She has been sent running away, and there's the Caitlyn running back in for the haste spike with the whiplash. She's going to get the Swain. Last caress over the wall, and she is out safe and sound, killing the Swain. Not accounting for the missing invisible person. Blue team finds the punish at the tail end of the fight, and this Evelynn, 16 page. Is that 16? I'm nearsighted. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's 16. 16 pages. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, that's 16. 16 pages in the Soul Stealer. Death cap done. She hurts like hell, like especially for an Evelynn who's rolling and you choose to skip Lich Bane and go straight for the death cap. You get offered a lot more burst than you normally would have. And she's showing it. If she just gets into if she gets into the fight, whiplashes someone and just immediately ult, she could probably just kill someone outright. The Jhin is definitely not tanky enough to withstand this damage. Hello.
Hello.
People who have joined the call.
Is this EZW or the easy win?
I don't know about easy win. They are kind of struggling. They struggled very hard in the early game. But I do believe their team has the superior scaling, and the game is at the mid game phase. Blue team is still taking very advantageous team fights here over red team. So it remains to be seen if they can actually play patiently and start winning fights from here. But they seem like their call is gonna be they're gonna concede this dragon. That's gonna be soul point over to blue team, but the Illaoi, she's trying to fight this. She pops her ultimate, but she's only hitting the ghost. She's not hitting the real guy. The rest of the burst is there. They do find the kill, but the Evelynn has assassinated the back. The Scion is hitting the front line as well. It's just the Caitlyn. She's shooting bullets at him. He's just trying to run away. Now the Jhin comes in. He's very low. The disintegration ray is not gonna find the kill. Where is the Evelynn? Are they keeping tabs on her? She is at mid lane right now. But Darius up top, he's been uncontested. They send the jungler up to deal with him. He's just gonna come in and wave clear to dissuade the push. The Decimate connects. That's probably it from there. And here comes the Scion. He's winding up the act. The Ace in the hole gets channeled. Caitlyn's very far up in the river, but nobody on red team is really in position to punish this. They take an even team fight, all things considered, and they actually stop the dragon. So overall, it's pretty nice, but the Darius, he's still pushing top. He might get caught here. The Scion has been killed off screen, but the Darius might be following him into the gray screen, and there he goes. 1-for-1 trade yet again. But all of red team has been spotted top lane, so the natural response for blue team is to start the Ocean Drake. They do put themselves at soul point here. It's 3-1 in Drake count. And the gold lead has managed to separate itself even more. They went from a 4,000 lead to now a 7,000 lead. Very far up. Zach's gonna hop over, collect the blobs, smashing the rocks. They do need more money, they need a lot more income, but now the map is shrinking for them. They're running out of room to play, and Vladimir did second Adam death cap, so that is going to be Hourglass over Spellbinder being built on him. The lesser burst variant, but more sustained DPS. Oh, the Jhin! Oh, you can't win that! The last caress will actually whiff through the Jin's flash. He will save himself with a very lucky flash out of the fight. But there's the ace. No! Don't take the bullet! Oh, the Illaoi is going to kill the Scion, but it's better than killing off the Jhin. The Zac is going to get blobbed up here. Nobody can TP in to save him, but can the Curtain Call do some chunk damage? In the backline, Vladimir assassinates Caitlyn, but now the Illaoi has been sent on the run. The bullet is slowing her. The Storm Razor is there. Jhin finds a rampage. He's rolling now. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade overall here for red team. They do find a winning team fight, but can they make anything else happen here? The Caitlyn just kind of got popped in the back by the Vladimir. He needs some defensive items now. He needs to try to dodge the front end burst that's coming out from blue team. And now the background noise in Discord has vanished, which is how I can tell that Mo has left the call. 26, almost 27 minutes now. The game pace has for the most part stagnated, which is good news here for red team. They do want to take this time and just kind of reset everything. Blue team, they're still kind of playing on a timer. Eventually Darius and Illaoi will just not be able to kill the front line fast enough. And eventually Vladimir will just be so incredibly durable in team fights that he can just pop the Caitlyn and nobody can stop him. They're very far from that point in the game still. They haven't gotten to the point where it's a sure win. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They need to survive like this for like 20 more minutes. By the rate that things are going now. Oh, it seems like Vlad is working on a weight staff or whatever the heck that is. Darius will catch out the swing here, but one dunk from the guillotine will finish it. A beautiful Zarya is buying them some time, but the Illaoi has come in with the tentacles. They do kill off the Zac, but the front line has dropped, and the Vladimir explodes in the back to kill off the Valkos, and the Evelynn damage is gonna immediately kill off the Jhin. Eviscerated by the team fight. Triple kill from the Evelynn. Swing had to flash into the Scion to protect himself from the bullet, but right into Evelynn's awaiting embrace. It is gonna be a 4-for-4 overall. The surviving members are blue team's AD carry and red team's top laner, who actually doesn't have that much armor, but the Caitlyn wanders a little bit too far, walks into the decimating smash, gets knocked up into the air, and there is the rest of the damage. The second knockup will not be found. That means the Scion probably calls off the 1v1 and goes the way he came. And Evelynn, she got to 25 stacks and then dropped 10 pages out of her book. Now she's back down to 15, which is a more manageable level. But getting that triple kill does accelerate her quite a bit. With Banshees haven't been done for a while, she picks up a Blasting Wand. No slots for pinks from the jungler. The next objective is going to be coming up. Neither team is looking at Baron right now. It is just not feasible for either team. They are going to be looking at this Ocean Soul. The Ocean Soul is going to be the crutch here for blue team. If they can get Ocean Soul, they can match red team's longevity. And if they do that, the game is just over, because Ocean Soul is the X factor from which blue team can actually easily win this game through. Ocean Drake spawning in a minute. Both teams knows it. Both teams are positioning the area, but the Caitlyn needs to try to get out. Zac steps on a trap. The jungler should not be the first one in these situations. These contests will never work out if your jungler gets picked. He is going for this pink ward at the cost of half of his health bar. I've done the cost-benefit analysis, and that does not seem to be worth it. In top lane, we are going to have a 2v1 situation. Darius is absorbing a lot of pressure here, probably more than he has any right to. Blue team has the inside track on this Drake that red team has to contest. They need to know that if they lose this Drake, they lose the game. And the Evelyn in the back, instant pop onto the Jhin. You didn't even see his health bar go down there. And that is no AD carry. That is no ultimates on the support. And that is Alawi jumping into the middle of it all. That is Ocean Drake spawning right now. And the Alawi still tussle into this fight. The Swain is next to go. Zac gets killed off as well from long distance. The Jhin is that so fast. It's just Vladimir. It's just the Sion. They can't contest this Drake. This is Ocean Soul. It goes over to blue team. And this game just got a hell of a lot harder to play here for red. This is the sustain that they needed. This is the longevity that blue team has more or less been asking for. Specifically on the Darius. The Alawi is probably fine for the most part. Decimating Smash will not actually connect onto the Darius. He does make his way out. That's going to be Sion ultimate committed as well. And now blue team, they have a solid chance of contesting for Baron. Decimating Smash, it will connect onto the Darius, but this is where he likes it the best. Alawi goes in the back, pulls out the spirit of the Sion, starts beating it to pieces with her own ultimate, but the Sion barely feeling any pain from it. He's just gonna be just fine. The spirit actually times out. Alawi doesn't kill it in time. She pulls the Jhin soul, but can she make the play happen? She doesn't have her own ultimate anymore. Curtain call goes out from the Jhin, but the tentacles are slapping him the whole time through. Cancel! He does cancel out the curtain call, and he will save himself. That's gonna be 2 bodies for nothing. Is it now red team's call to go for the Baron Nashor? The frontline core are all dead, but Evelyn's still a real omnipotent threat. There are a strange lack of pink wards coming out from red team. They are opting into this engage, but the Evelyn is popped the Vladimir off screen. It's so fast that the camera can't catch it. Now the Caitlyn in the back, she is being jumped on by 2 tanks, slowly killing her. And the Evelyn is in the back chasing in. She does so much damage with the haste spike. She blobs up the Zac, and now turning her sights onto the next punishing target. The last caress over the wall. She needs to finish this kill, but the Zac has respawn, was almost full health. She wasn't anticipating that. He does make it out, but the cores have dropped. No Vladimir, no Sway means no sustained DPS in team fights, and red team can no longer commit. They have to back off from this dragon pit. Overchasing seems to be the name of the game here for red team, and time after time they've been so punished for it. You simply cannot offer these plays without a full understanding of Evelyn's position. She can just pop out of nowhere and kill you. Case in point like that, Zac will try to get some aftershock tankiness, the Deadly Flourish will not connect, and now the Evelyn needs to walk away. She will flash out of the Decimating Smash and be just fine. Last caress, it's now back up. She can go back in for the assassination. The charm goes out, cancelling Sion Q, and there's the rest of the damage. Last caress takes Jhin from full to half. The Alawi has arrived in the back as well. 1,000 shutdown gold goes to the Jhin, and he gets to spend it immediately in the fountain on a gray screen. The Vladimir teleports in. He wants to make this play happen. Hemo Plague, it lands onto the Caitlyn. I think you can't see it through that VFX. He does get the kill onto the Caitlyn with a shutdown. The soul has been pulled so far away, but now he's in the 1v3. He has no pool. He's been killed off. Blue team, they can now turn for Baron. Are they gonna do it? Yeah, they're finally gonna do it. Now it's just a Swain alive. For some reason, red team, every time they fight, they walk away with less people alive. Scientist baffled. They're gonna send 2 people around, try to sandwich him. Swain's quick to draw. He chunks out one, but Darius pops out the ghost. That's gonna be a very dead bird, man. Then the donk from overhead comes down. But blue team, they kill the person, but they can no longer Baron, so they peel off the Baron pit. They will still take that trade any day. They still hold on to a 7,000 gold lead here. Despite red teams, all the time red team got in the world. Probably more than they deserved. They still aren't able to amass enough power to pull this gold lead back. This Ocean Soul actually silently doing a lot of work. Darius can play a lot more free and a lot more aggressive. Evelyn just 2 shots her own blue buff. That's terrifying, actually. The shutdown onto Evelyn was critical. It does take out more pages out of her Magi's. It's not like it matters, she's full build. She will still kill the Jhin in 1 hit. The Maul Mormortius is cute, but it's nothing but a leaf in the wind against Evelyn. She does a ridiculous amount of bursts right out of stealth, and that is going to be a very dead Baron. One that will die without any contest coming out from red team, unless a miracle W steals it from the Jhin. It is not going to happen. Blue team secures the Baron Nashor, and they take it with them in their pockets. Swain rather helps himself to his own blue buff. Blue team is starting the push now. It's 35 minutes into the game. They have Baron. They're all wearing purple. It's 5-man strong. They're going for the siege. Evelyn's going around the side. This is going to be one hell of a difficult siege to fend off here for red team. Can they make this happen? Remains to be seen. Yalaoi slaps down the Tenko. Neither team really doing that much damage to each other, but blue team, they have Ocean Soul. Look at that regen. Excuse me, I am losing my voice over this cast. Valkos does get hooked up. He is going to get popped, instantly killed off. The Scion flashing in for the kill. She has no way of escaping. Max charge, decimating blast. She's in the air for so long, and she's been stunned forever into death. There's no more backline threat, but the Evelyn, she's still an omnipresent threat. They need to be careful of her, and they are fighting with so much care that the Evelyn is wreaking havoc in the back. Jhin will survive by the skin of his teeth. The Maul will pop to save his life. Yalaoi kills off the Zac, and now the push is beginning. They're down to 2 members. Evelyn's full health. Yalaoi will heal. Darius is Darius, and they're pushing down mid. That's gonna be inhib down. They have Ocean Soul. This healing is bonkers. Yalaoi is almost full health again. They don't ever need to leave this base. They're still going. Flash with the upper hand. The Jhin is sent back to the fountain, and that might just be it. There's a little bit too much pressure coming out. They cannot stand this. The Evelyn is scratching at the tower, doing so much damage with every hit, and the second tower is gonna fall. The Nexus is open. It's exposed. The death timers are still a little bit too long. The Vladimir has been forced into Zayas, and the last caress kills him off. GG is called, and that is gonna be it. Team EZW takes 6th place in Ionia Cup Day 3. Going 1 and 2 in overall game match. That is going to be the end of Ionia Cup Days 3. Whew.
Quite unfortunate.
Quite unfortunate. That is okay though. We'll conclude the broadcast from here. I need a break. I need some water. Whew.
Damn. Where's the water ball, Logan?
It's right beside me. I just haven't had time to drink from it.
Nice.